I want you to check this out real quick, guys. First of all, there's nothing in my mouth. There's nothing in my lungs, but I'm going to take the heat and the energy from this lighter into my hand, and I'm going to see if I can bring it into my body, and we'll see if we can make this look any good. Are you ready? Try this real quick. If this works. Today, passive income investors, how I am a full-time magician. So let's jump right into this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today I want to do something I'd never even talked about on this channel. I went through the videos and I realized I've never actually talked about how I make a living, how I became a magician in the first place, and that is what actually led into me making this YouTube channel. So I gotta go all the way back a little bit, guys, because it's a bit of a long story. I'm gonna try and compress it for you guys because I don't want to spend all day on this, obviously. But when I was a lot younger, I was obsessed with learning magic. I hated not knowing how things were done, and luckily YouTube came out when I was a kid, guys, before your parents told you not to talk to people on the internet. So here I was as in like 10-year-old just going nuts talking to all these people in the UK and all over the world about magic tricks. I even paid a hypnotist from Vegas to teach me how to do hypnosis and how the business kind of worked in that kind of entertainment industry. And I learned a ton of it, guys. Now, I was working at McDonald's. I must have been like 15, 16 years old. And one of my old friends kind of pointed out that I knew way too much about magic. And they said, I bet you'll make more off just working for tips than you will with what you're making at McDonald's per hour. So I said, you know what, maybe I'll give it a try. Quit McDonald's, got a really oversized suit, and decided that I was going to go mingle around and try and make tips doing magic. And sure enough, I would approach restaurants and I say, I'm going to work for free. No one's obliged to tip me, but I'm going to let them know I'm working for tips, and I'm just going to entertain and promote myself. I did that for 3 years through more than 50 different restaurants, and I could make about 20 bucks an hour. And as a 16-year-old, I was in love, guys. I was like, damn, 20 bucks an hour, way better than McDonald's. See you, McDonald's. Started doing this, and it ended up taking over my life because at the same time, I was actually trying to get my pilot license. Really into flying, guys. I was even learning how to jump out of planes because I was so worried that if a plane ever crashed or I was in a bad situation, I want to be able to bail. So I actually gave up on my pilot license, even though I'm signed off that I know how to fly. I just don't have the license. I did all the training and everything. But this really ended up overtaking my life. And especially when I was 18, 19-year-old, little younger me here, I was actually going through a lot of craziness when I was a lot younger. I'm not gonna get too into it here. One of my good friends ended up committing suicide, and a lot of other stuff was going on. It's how I ended up meeting my business partner, because my best friend that worked with my business partner at his computer store started a DJ company roughly the same time I started doing magic. Started linking up because we realized, you know, a lot of people that need a DJ also need a magician, and a lot of people that need a magician also tend to need a DJ, and we started a bit of a partnership. Now, at this time, I was also taking out a business loan. As I was saying, I took out a $22,000 business loan to become a full-time magician. Not that this was necessary, it was very ignorant. I had not a lot of understanding of what I was doing, but instead of going to school like the rest of my friends from high school were doing, I figured, you know what? I'm going to take out a loan. I'm going to buy all this crazy magic stuff, crazy prop builders, people that build props for like Will Smith's movie, made me some crazy magic tricks. Now, skip ahead a little farther, guys. I worked my ass off to pay that loan off, not just doing magic, but doing a bunch of other stuff, working with production companies, just anything, because obviously back then I wasn't that busy as a magician. I was still getting my name out there. So I hammered for the next 3 years, guys. So I was about 23, 24, and I really slammed into paying that business loan off. And I realized as that time went on, I kind of started core focusing my show. I learned what kind of performer I was, and then I ended up figuring out exactly what I needed, and I actually got rid of most of the stuff that I bought because it just wasn't practical. I wasn't using it enough. I would be better off renting it if I wanted to use it for, say, some kind of a show. And I ended up just moving on from that, started getting those loans pretty much completely out of the way, and I really wanted to get involved in other people's businesses. And my mom kind of pointed out that have you ever looked into maybe doing the stock market or something? Because I saw my business partner running his business, me growing my business, and I'm like, it'd be so awesome to try and get into someone else's business, guys. So that's when I got introduced into the stock market, and I started investing with that $500 dollars because I realized I could literally buy into somebody else's business from sitting in my bed at home. I'd never have to get up and I can get paid for owning it. Again, I got to put up the initial work, get the money, whatever. But I fell in love with the idea of this, guys. And I started hustling and learning about all these different businesses, stocks, gold, silver. I was just really taking in a lot of information at this time, guys, while I was still hammering out, getting my name out here as a magician. Now, I'm just going to fast forward to today because obviously you guys can see my accounts. But what led me down this path to making these videos during the week? Well, a lot of people don't know I actually used to do an online show for magic a couple years ago, and that online show started doing very well. I think we ended up doing 50 episodes, did a couple million views. It was doing really well on Facebook. I think my best video hit over 300,000 views. Things were moving along. The problem is it was making me, I guess it's called YouTuber burnout. I really started hating magic because essentially I would be working all weekend performing, and then like Monday, Tuesday hit, and here I am trying to come up with 3 quality episodes a week, and something just really entertaining. Maybe I'll leave you guys some links to some of the videos because some of them, in my opinion, were absolutely hilarious and amazing, but it was making me despise magic. Now, if you ever get into a hobby that you decide to take seriously as a job, you're going to realize there's days you get up that you just don't want to do it. Now, again, it didn't help that I was not making any money on this channel either, guys. It was just something I was doing to complement my shows, and it was also keeping people into my kind of branding, and it was going very well in my opinion. I just couldn't do it anymore. It was just killing me inside, and I felt like I had to drag myself to want to do it, and I just really started hating the industry, and it made me step back a little bit and realize, you know what, I'm only going to focus on the core of my business. What do I really love? That is doing shows, live performances, things like that. So I quit off anything that wasn't making money. If I wasn't using it every 3 months, or it wasn't making me any money, I said I don't see the point in it, and especially if it's making me depressed or kind of pushing me down away against something that I absolutely used to love doing. So I kind of moved on from that, guys. I quit doing it, just couldn't handle it anymore. I said, you know what, forget the YouTube. I've been trying this for too long, haven't made any money at it. I'm done. See you guys. And then all I focused on for the last couple years has just been doing live events. And essentially the way I've made a business is I work at 2 restaurants. They pay me anywhere from $50 to $75 an hour to walk around and entertain their guests and engage their guests and keep them coming back. And that's where I'll meet people that will hire me for kid shows, weddings, corporate stuff, and that's when I'll make a lot more money, because kid shows I can make anywhere from $200 to $300, guys, depending on the venue and the size of the kids. And I also end up doing corporate stuff, a lot of mixed magic shows, and I am still working with my business partner part-time, the guy that runs the DJ company, guys, because he helps me get a lot of work. Right now is his off season. It's both of our off season technically, but at this time of year I'm busier than he is, and it's nice having this balance because it keeps me booked year round when you have somebody else you can work with that is also helping you get jobs. So as I began to focus on that, guys, and I'm just maintaining that alone as my job, I started falling in love a lot with finance and business and investing and all this stuff, and I'm talking everybody's ear off, guys. I'm talking people at my restaurants ears off, people here at home. I started seeing the benefits of investing and compounding interest, and I love getting involved in businesses and trying to do the entrepreneurial thing and get people to start their own businesses and finding things they love and enjoy doing and expanding on that. And all of a sudden, I realized that I need to stop talking to people that really don't care. Most people that I talk to, honestly, not even my business partner, they're not at that stage where they care about investing. They're worried about doing other things in their lives. And that's when I kind of led down this idea of starting this YouTube channel, because I watch a lot of other YouTubers and realize there's a very vibrant community of people that enjoy talking about stocks, and I like learning from people that are also just as engaged as I am. So actually, this isn't even my first YouTube channel about finance. I started one as a test page because essentially I wanted to see if I posted a video under certain pretexts and contexts, would the video actually pick up any steam? And I did a practice channel, guys. Essentially, I was just using as a test. I posted like 5 videos on it. I think I talked about the Google hearing and a few other things, and the videos got some good traction. And I realized, you know what, there seems to be a good way of getting into, I'm not going to post videos that are just going to be blank in the YouTube space. Like, people might actually pay attention to them. And that's when I decided, you know what, as of this year, I was going to start doing videos 5 to 7 days a week, where I'd just be posting regularly for a year and a half. That is my time horizon with this YouTube channel. I'm giving myself a full-time of a year and a half to see if I can build this into something where I can actually start making money at it. And the reason that I do this channel, guys, is because it's a good separation between my lives. I find when I can do something during the week that keeps my mind off magic, when I have to work on my tricks or build new tricks or go and perform, I am so excited and amped to do it, and it makes me a little bit more creative in my own opinion, and it also gives me a break from this. And I find they clash very well with each other because they're both kind of nerdy in my opinion. I'm a huge nerd, love finance, stocks, business, and in my opinion, money is the most magical thing ever because it's the most deceiving and misunderstood thing in the world. And I just love the clash of these two things. It really levels my mind out, and I'm actually happier now than I've ever been, guys, doing this stuff. This might not work out. This is something that I'm just trying, that I seem to enjoy. You guys seem to be enjoying it so far, and I hope you are. Let me know in the comment section below, and slap a like on this if you guys are enjoying it. Honestly, if you want to be successful in life, guys, you physically have to, in my opinion, if you want to be a millionaire especially, you need to do more than one thing. No millionaire has one source of income. I know very few that do. It's usually a reliant source of many sustained incomes, which also weathers you against the storm. Even if you work a regular job, guys, you shouldn't just focus on one source of income. You should also try and find another part-time job you can do, or start investing and having another cushion in case you hurt yourself or you can't go to work. If you're like me, you don't get a pension, you don't get unemployment, you don't get those benefits, so I have to worry about that. If I hurt my hands or my leg, or God knows I break something, I can't go to work and perform. So now what do? That's why I care about finding all these different sources and maintaining stuff, guys. This is a bit of a tangent off from the original topic here. That's essentially how I make a living as a magician. But this has been a bit of a long video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to making some more videos for you guys. So stay cool, stay awesome, and I'll see you tomorrow.